Hello everyone, my name is Marianne Paternity and I am the coordinator of the book group program here. I know everybody knows Jen Dayton, who heads up our collection development, and we have her back with her famous sneak peeks for the fall. So let me turn it over to Jen and hear what she has to say.
Hi, Marianne. Hi, everybody. Nice to be back. Here's a stack of books that I think are going to be terrific for your book group. Most of them come out in the fall, but some of them do come out next year. But I just want to give you a sneak peek so that you are totally in the know. The first one is The Immortalist. It begins in 1969, the Lower East Side of New York. And four siblings visit a fortune teller, and the fortune teller tells them the day they're going to die. What ensues is how they end up living their lives. This is a wonderful, wonderful book. I just started it myself. I'm looking forward to my train rides. I'm reading it both in paper form and Kindle form, which is a way you know that I'm totally behind something. So The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin, coming out, I believe, in January of next year. Did I make that up? Yes, January of next year. So once you've made it through the holidays and you can enjoy The Immortalist, think about reading 7 Days of Us by Francesca Hornak. 7 Days of Us is the story of a family in the English countryside who are quarantined over Christmas because one of their daughters has just come back from a country in Africa dealing with what sounds like an Ebola-like virus. As if the holidays weren't bad enough, 7 days of quarantine, spotty Wi-Fi, and liquor. This is so much fun. I loved this. I think it's going to be a really good, fun read for book groups, especially around Christmas time. This one comes out in October.
Ebola and all.
Ebola and all. It's very reminiscent to me of Me Before You in that it has one of the happiest, saddest endings I've read in a very long time. And it's got that British flair that you know that I love. We Were Strangers Once has become one of my favorites for the upcoming year. Another book that I read not only digitally on my Kindle while I was commuting, but when I came home, I read it in paper form. We Were Strangers Once tells the story of a group of German emigres who escaped Nazi Germany and come to Washington Heights in 1938, and the trials and tribulations that they go through trying to assimilate to their new country. This is a beautiful book. It's got a lot of heart. You end up rooting for these characters. They're not all terrific. Some of them are really awful, but as a group, you just can't help but loving them. I loved this book. Loved it. I think it's going to be in my top 5 for next year.
Ooh, when does it come
out? This one comes out September.
Ooh.
So
look for it in our Books in a Bag collection.
Yep, definitely. Young Jane Young coming out next month in August. I would love to see a mother-daughter book group of teen girls and their moms read this book. Imagine if you could revisit your youthful self and all the mistakes that you made, and you're able to cover those up. Well, Young Jane Young isn't able to cover them up. They went viral. This is a great story about a young woman who made some indiscretions and has now, the only way she felt she could escape them is by disappearing, changing her name, and that's all well and good, but then someone talks her into running for mayor and her true identity is revealed. This is terrific. It is told from the different viewpoints of everybody in the story, her mother, her daughter, herself. It's terrific. Gabrielle Zevin has written something that I think is going to be a really important book for women, especially in this age of nowhere to hide. Ooh. Now for something completely different. For those of you that like it dark, Black Dahlia Red Rose, Pia Eatwell rediscovers the Black Dahlia case in Los Angeles in the 1940s. This is so much fun. It's got it all. It's got corrupt politicians, it's got a bad police force, and it's got a gruesome, gruesome murder that became world famous. The writing is terrific. I just think it would be fun as a guilty pleasure to get together with and talk about. And as you do, there's going to be one part of the book where you're just going to close the book and go, did I just read that? Yeah, you did. This one is coming out in October also. And that's our stack for this month.
Every book group needs a guilty pleasure. This will be the one.
That'll be the one.
Thank you very much, Jen.
Thank
hope
you.
to see you next month, everybody.
Bye.